everyone, welcome back to Rocky Ridge Auto. Today we have a minivan, a Kia Sedona, all of the features, all of the things. Let's check it out. The third row, second row is of course rear climate, everything in between. Let's check it out, get started. First, up on the dash, you can see that this one has 29,000 miles. Everything up on the dash can be accessed right over here with your OK arrows. So you can access, of course, your accumulated info, drive info, digital miles per hour, as well as access your tire pressure and maintenance, and your settings like your door, lights, convenience, things in between, and even resetting your information. Getting out of that, we can access the rest of the steering wheel, which is your cruise control settings. Super simple, super basic. Then you have your stereo controls and hands-free calling and voice commands with connecting a phone. Nice and simple. Let's check it out right over here. So right over here is your home menu, which you have your music, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto widget, as well as menu, my menu, apps/info, and setup. Let's access your menu, and you can access your phone, radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, like I mentioned, quick guide, setup, scrolling over, you have your voice memos and quiet mode. That's pretty much all for your stereo. Accessing your radio, this is what it looks like, AM and FM radio, presets you can save, seek and track right over here, super simple to navigate. Getting out of that, we can access your setup, which would have things like your sound, date and time, home screen, language, as well as of course your screensaver that you can go ahead and customize, and your system info. Getting out of that, back to your home menu, that is pretty much all. My menu would be your profile within the vehicle, and your apps and info would be things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that you can go ahead and find. Let's put this thing in reverse and check out the backup camera. Nice clear backup camera. Make sure you and others stay safe while backing up. Put it back into park. That's pretty much the gist for up on the screen. Adjustable vents as well as power, and your tune. Hazard lights down below here, and then your climate controls down below here. You have your climate controls for up front as well as your climate controls for out back. So you can go ahead and control that if you want to lock it so the kids don't touch it, as well as of course your flow, airflow, things like that. That's pretty much the gist for it. Underneath that is your charging ports. You got a 12 volt as well as USB and aux. Storage here, gear shifts, as well as your eco mode. You can activate that. You have a little place for an extra key, cup holders, some storage, and your center console. You have removable storage. You can kind of put your glasses there. That is where it is for. And then you have also a 12 volt charging port down below. Nice comfy armrest, and then up top here you have a mirror for the back of the van to see the kids, to make sure they're behaving, as well as of course your door openers and lighting settings. We pretty much went over everything on the steering wheel. You have your windshield wiper settings over here, and then of course your lighting settings for the exterior of the vehicle and your turn signals. Checking out over here, you have your interior lighting settings, and then your traction control off. Gas cap release. Door panel has your window controls, mirror controls, things like that. Adjusting that to your preference is always convenient for driving. Let's check it out, the interior of this Kia. The interior of this minivan is a tan cloth, and then you have like black accents all around. You have automatic seats for just the driver. Use those to get to your adjusted preference. Let's check out the second and third row. So accessing the back door can be opened by two ways: yanking this handle or pressing this button. Go ahead and yank that. See, it opens up nice and smooth. You have access to sitting 3 people back here. You got some cup holders in the back of the center console. You have some storage, pockets in the back of the driver. By pulling a lever on the middle seat here, folds down to be an armrest with cup holders. Nice and convenient for sitting just 2 kids back here, or 2 passengers. And then you can fold that back up and put it as 3 people back here. Putting down the second row seats, nice and simple. You can see the tracks on the floor, so they do adjust forward and backwards to make it more convenient to access the third row. Third row, you got some cup holders, on either side. Extra seat belts up top for those extra passengers. Like I mentioned, you can adjust the climate back here. That is on the right hand side. Let's check out the trunk space though, and how you can do a stowaway storage with the third row. Closing the second door here, you have your button once again, or you have a button right over here. Let's press that. Watch it easily close. Simple under the Kia logo. Plenty of space back here, even with the third row up. Deep storage, as well as a 12-volt back here. And then you can fold down that second row and pull this up, pull it back, and you have an easy stowaway storage. You can do that for both sides. You can see your use. Nice and simple to find out. Pull this back up, clicks right into place, and you have a nice easy access to having your third row up. That's pretty much all I have for this minivan today. We can go ahead and hold on to the handle right up top here. And that's pretty much all I have for this minivan here at Rocky Ridge Auto in Ephrata, PA. If you have any questions, feel free to text or call 717-733-8985, or you can always stop in for a visit. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.